My name is Sabera, and my father is belated Hena Islam. That was his pen name. He was a national freedom fighter and worked in the 70s. Was one of the first lyricists. Back then, not everybody used to write. So a lot of these songs were played in like first rock band, and then some individual singers would take on, and most of them are very famous. So I just took this chance to pay a tribute to my dad's songs, the music, and obviously I talked to the musicians if I could do it or not, and they said okay. So this was basically a tribute for my father.
It was really incredible to be part of this album and just to be a part of something that I never would have gotten to enjoy otherwise. The music of Bangladesh is very beautiful, and it was very enjoyable to work on it and to be able to do the background vocals.
I thought it was really cool to study different music and learn of a different culture. It's music that I've never played before. So it was just really cool to learn something new, and I thought it was really cool of Sabera to recognize her father and honor him in recreating his music.
I was somewhat aware, of those. There's, a whole other culture, a whole other tradition that goes along with this music, and so I wanted to, to honor that and to do, to do it justice, so to speak. But also, I knew that she wanted to, bring it into the modern style, and and to have all of us put our, sort of signature on it too. So it was kind of trying to keep that sort of traditional and that that cultural signature that a lot of people might be used to and expect, so to speak. But also, bring my flavor to it, so to speak too. And so trying to keep that in mind, and then just have fun and try and nail it down.
Hello, I'm Dennis Groves from Clucker City Studios. I play guitar, bass, electric piano, keyboards, arranged, recorded, mixed the record, did a whole lot of fun stuff. Sometimes you have to figure out how you're going to make this music fit with our instruments and what we have. So some of these songs don't really have a traditional drum kit as we're used to hearing, or bass guitar. A lot of it did have acoustic guitar, so that was one thing you could bounce off of, but we don't have tabla or even some of these same electronic instruments that were used on the original recordings. So we're redoing everything with the instruments that we have, and trying to make it work and sound as good as we can.
I'm Charlie Chalmers, and I played saxophone on the album. Dennis called me and told me that he had this project going on, and so when I got there, I wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen, but I tried to blend in with the style of the singer, and they said, no, don't do that, play your regular stuff, and so that's what I did, and it turned out real good.
My name is Deborah Lynn Paxton. I sing and play drums, and on this project I was able to lend my vocals in harmony. What was fun is that we all sang all three parts, and sometimes a fourth part. And then I played a little bit of percussion on the tracks as well. That was very fun. I was honored to be a part of that.
I had Dennis work really hard, because it's very hard to imitate a tune, and he worked really, really hard just to get to the closest he could.
Duplicating someone else's music is probably the most difficult thing you can do. I think we got really close to the original, and I think it does it justice. Hopefully everyone will be happy with what we did.
There's one song in particular that's just so powerful. All the music, and then when the lyrics come in, just the way she sings it, her voice is so beautiful, and it's very powerful, and it does speak to you, even though you might not understand the language. You can understand the feeling of the song, and whenever you get her to interpret the song for you, you realize you weren't that far off with your feelings.
Even though we couldn't understand every word, we certainly felt what Sabera was conveying through the vocal style, and that could be seen and felt by everyone.
It's like math, that's the way everybody can communicate when you don't speak the same language.
Dorge Manjeli, American 50s rock with Bengali lyrics. A lot of fun, way different than anything else on the record. It was great going in, playing guitar, going in and stacking different harmonies, taking it kind of in a different direction than what the original one had, because Sabera wanted a lot of different fills. So I would put a fill in, and then I'm like, oh, that would sound great with the harmony. So we're going, add another harmony, and that sounds great. And we had Charlie come in and play saxophone. It turns out amazing. We have a full horn section on that song. Incredible solos. It just sounds like it may have came from the 50s. It's awesome.
As Dennis already told you about Dargah Monjele, it's about chanting in a mosque setting. We don't have that here. So we had to imitate that part. So I had to do a male voice and with Dennis. So I had to do go like a bass voice. So it was a lot of fun doing that chanting, and people can't tell it was a girl or a boy. So that was fun to do. And timing with that song was a very big challenge because so fast. You were out of breath by the time you were picking up. So it was really a different experience.
I kind of put the drums down pretty early on, and then you kind of take a break a little bit. Some other people do some parts, and then you hear it a few weeks later, or a few days later, depending, and just hear how it's come together. It was really cool.
Some of these songs I had to sing since I was 5 or 6 years old. People expect me to memorize those songs and just, hey, can you sing the song for us? So some of those I've been singing since I was a kid, but I never thought I would do a record out of it. So it was fun.
Even though she put her own style and her own little twist into the lyrics, it's a fresh thing. So I'm sure he would be completely amazed and so proud.
Any parent, he probably would love that I, put his lyrics in my voice. I am not the greatest singer, but I try to put the emotions in my songs, how he would like to express it.
I would like to thank Sabera for letting me be a part of this project. It was really cool and it was really fun for me.
I would like to say thank you for sure to Sabera and all her family for having us to be a part of it. It was a lot of fun, and I'm honored for sure. And I hope that we can do some more in the future.
Oh yeah, thanks to Sabera and everyone listening. Hope you appreciate and enjoy what we did.
It was a big challenge, but a big honor, and I hope, people like and accept the music we did. It took a lot of work. I was 34 weeks pregnant when I started the project, so it was very hard, and it got harder to sing. But Dennis was very patient. He had me sit up or, sit down or stand up. It all depends on what I'm doing. So yeah, it was a great honor. It was the greatest experience, and I would probably do it over again.